Hi, welcome to my channel Organized with Joy, and welcome back to another Thoughtful Thursday episode. And in today's video, I am going to be talking about the importance of random acts of kindness, and I have a big surprise for you today. We're live. Okay, surprise! I have a friend here visiting, and I decided that I wanted to interview him for this idea of random acts of kindness, and you'll see why in a minute. We'll get into that, but first, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, I'm Matt Eshelman. I am from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I am visiting Joy here in Austin, Texas.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Matthew Eshelman. I'm 45 years old. I was born in Edina, Minnesota, and lived there for the first 4 years of my life. And then my family moved to Virginia Beach up until I was about 12 years old. And then we moved to Leo, Indiana, before my dad was passing away of brain cancer. And Joy and I got to know each other in high school, and we've been best friends ever since.
Yeah, that's right. Do you remember how we met?
We met through a very good friend of mine. His name was Ryan Canablo, and we were in sports together in high school, and that's how I met Joy.
Yep. Shout out if you're watching this, Ryan Canablo. That's how we met. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about how random acts of kindness really do make a huge difference in people's lives. So I know, Matt, you experience random acts of kindness, and I just wanted to ask you, I want you to tell me about a time that you experienced someone showing you a random act of kindness.
Well, it happened about 2 weeks ago. My former high school, Leo, their boys basketball team was going to play for the state finals. And some of my Leo friends came in my store. They had this packet for me, and they had this card for me from our basketball coach, Kerry Cogdell, and it said, Esh, you are our #1 super fan, that we would love for you to be the guest of honor at our team dinner, and I would love for you to speak to our boys basketball team. And it was about the kindest thing anybody has ever done for me. And I'm telling you, yeah.
That is so cool. And I saw that speech, and he did amazing. He definitely fired that team up. So my hometown where I grew up, they went to the state finals for basketball, and you got to cheer them on and encourage them.
Yes, I did.
That is so awesome. I love that. And he referred to himself as Ash. Why did you do that?
Because my last name is Eshelman, and that was my nickname back in high school.
So we still call you that sometimes, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so someone showed you a random act of kindness, but you know what? I know you show other people random acts of kindness. So I wanted you to share about a time that you were able to show someone else a random act of kindness and the impact that had on you.
Okay, there was one time where I got off work, and I work at a Kroger Marketplace store. It's similar to HEB. And there was one night I got groceries and was checking out, and there was this old lady that had a walker, and I noticed there was no carryouts helping to bag her groceries, so I offered to cut in front, and I bagged her groceries, and I offered to take her groceries out to her car.
That is so amazing.
And then the cashier put my order aside, and when I came back in, she ran up my order, because nobody offered to help this old lady out, so I offered to help her out.
That's awesome. I love that. And you often show random acts of kindness to people. What motivates you to show people random acts of kindness?
I think what motivates me to do stuff like that, I think it's in God's doing. It's what God wants us to do. We have to show random acts of kindness to others because that's just showing that God's people are there to help.
Exactly. I love that. I love that, Ash. Okay, well, is there anything else that you want to share about the importance of showing random acts of kindness to my YouTube friends?
I just encourage all of you that if you're ever in a situation where you can help somebody out when they're in need, I suggest that you do it, because I'm telling you, doing stuff like that really, really makes you feel very, very good inside. And it really does.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think when you show someone, you don't realize what people are going through in their life at that moment. You don't realize some of the struggles they might be going through, and just showing random acts of kindness could be something that is really meaningful to that person. Maybe something little that you're doing for them, even just smiling at someone or holding a door for them. You don't know what they're going through that day. That could be the brightest point in their day. So I hope that this video encouraged you today to go show some random acts of kindness in your community today. I so appreciate you watching my video. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
I want to give a huge shout out to Ash for coming to visit our family and for being brave enough to do this interview with me. Thank you so much. And as always, I love hearing from y'all in the comments, so please let me know your experience with random acts of kindness.